best time to use the in and out is when you've got some speed built up and your defender doesn't. If you can get him to lean just a little bit, you'll have the angle to go around him. And because you're not moving the ball, you can do the in and out in basically any speed. The final straight line move is the fake crossover. It's the exact same move as the in and out, except you fake with both your body and the ball to make the defender think you're going to cross over. To really sell this ball and foot fake, make sure the ball and your foot mirror each other. In other words, they should fake at the same time. Now, it's best to be in a controlled dribble when you use the fake crossover, or you may turn the ball over. If you use the move in a slowed down half-court situation, make sure there's enough space between you and the defender that he won't deflect the ball.
Watch as the fake crossover is perfectly executed in a half-court situation. But in this clip, the player uses the move too close to the defender, and the result is a turnover. Now compare the two. Notice how proper spacing is essential to executing a fake crossover and most other moves.
The key to using a change of direction move is to be in a controlled dribble before you execute the move. When players are in a speed dribble and try to change directions, turnovers often occur. Now, the following four moves are listed in order from the most space that the defense gives you to the least amount of space that the defense gives you. The first and simplest change of direction move is the crossover. To set up the crossover, step in the opposite direction from where you want to go. This will get the defender leaning the wrong way. Now, cup the ball in your hand and make sure you cross over right next to your thigh. If the ball is too far out in front of you, the defender may get a hand on it. To make the crossover effective, push hard off your outside foot in order to really explode the other way. And most importantly, the best time to use the crossover is when the defender is more than an arm's length away from you, so he won't be able to deflect the ball. The next move we're going to examine is the between the legs dribble. Unlike the standard crossover, the defense is too close to you to cross over without protection. So you're going to put the ball between your legs with your lead leg to help protect the ball as you change directions. As soon as the ball goes through your legs, whip around your trailing leg and trailing arm to restore all your protection. Again, the best time to use the between the legs dribble is when the defender is about an arm's length away from you. Executed properly, it's a quick and safe way to change directions. The third change of direction move is the spin. The spin is the most dangerous of the 7 moves because you turn your back to the defense and your teammates. But the advantage to the spin is that you keep your entire body between your defender and the ball throughout the entire move. Now, to execute a spin move, pivot on your lead foot, cup the ball, and pull it with you as you spin. Snap your head and body around so that you spend as little time as possible with your back to the defense. Now, make sure when you spin, your lead foot gets outside the defender, or you'll charge right into him. And be sure the ball lands in a spot that allows you to keep your body between the ball and your defender. You can use a spin when the defense is body to body with you. Place an arm bar on the defender and use it to make sure that he doesn't reach in and deflect the ball as you begin your spin. The final change of direction move is the behind the back dribble. Now, there are basically 2 versions of this move. If you're going at a high speed and you need to make a slight change of direction, use the very quick 1-2 version where your feet don't hit the ground at the same time. But if you're advancing the ball up the court and the defender completely cuts you off, come to a 2-foot jump stop and cross the ball behind your back to change directions. In order to execute a behind the back dribble, get the ball back, cup it, and push it behind you to the other hand, slapping yourself in the bump with your follow-through. The best time to use the behind-the-back dribble is when the defender is body-to-body with you, leaving you no space to cross over or go between the legs. It's quicker than a spin, and you don't need to turn your back on the defense. Once you've mastered the 7 moves from the last 2 chapters, you're ready to move on to combination dribbles. They come in 2 categories. Let's say you put a move on a defender, and he just plays good defense and cuts you off. You'll need a second move to counter his good defense and beat him anyway. Now, there are an unlimited number of counters, but the counter is an instant reaction to something that the defense has dictated to you. So the best way to practice counters is simply to drill combinations of dribbles, one after another. We'll demonstrate that a couple of times in the next chapter on training. In a game, when you attack a defender, you may use one move to set up another. The purpose is to get the defender to react to the first move. So, make it a little slow, a little obvious. But when he reacts to that first move,